Why are so many of us feeling overtly depressed or in a dark place right now? Why is the planet seemingly losing its marbles with our climate going haywire? Disinformation echoes the halls of once trusted institutions, and in growing numbers we find ourselves searching for alternatives to manufactured norms, while others are simply looking for a reason to keep living. The nature of evolution is to advance, not regress. There's a logical explanation for the demise of life on Earth. We are at a time where we see a quickening of dark forces trying to secure control of humanity. Make no mistake, all the wars, financial tomfoolery, dumbed-down education, gamified gaslighting, big pharma BS, poisoning of our food, and a host of other low-life tactics have been implemented by design. Sick, I know, but it's true. To be fair, we all have a part to play in this, but I'll start by addressing the handful of elitist humans that deem themselves better than the rest of us. The ones that think they run the show. You know who you are. You own the money, the media, and the military, with food close to being under your control also. I'm afraid your time is running out. Sadly, as it is for all life on Earth. You see, creation created life with a balance of energy. Equilibrium is one of the founding principles of life, and energy enables it. In short, our planet generates and maintains equal amounts of positive and negative energy, and your evil machinations are upsetting that balance. To put things in perspective, we need to take a quick physics lesson. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Action equals energy. Our thoughts and intentions emit energy also. Hence, everything we experience on a personal and universal level is a result of this formula. Positive out, positive back. Good by good. Negative out, negative back. Bad by bad. The math is simple, yet not everyone comprehends it. For a long time I didn't either. However, when there is a sustained period of negative energy being generated, expelled, and recycled, it's a signal for nature to step in, wipe all life, and start again. Life has been terminated countless times over the eons, either with rocks, access tilts, or other. But sure as bears shit in the woods, life ends if it doesn't work out. Everything is recorded in a universal collective awareness, so life isn't phased. It learns, starts again, and the evolutionary cycle continues. Throughout the universe, life begins, maintains balance, and flourishes. Or evolves poorly, causing irreversible imbalance and a chain reaction that inevitably removes all traces of the failed version. Creation installed RI, real intelligence. So when life starts again, it has learnt from its previous glitches and the next 0.0 is born. It's hard to imagine that a small band of predominantly inherited wealth sociopaths suffering from Dunning-Kruger could make such a mess of things. But here we are. It amounts to a few bad actors on their way to doing bad things, resulting in equally bad reactions on a colossal and imminently probable life-ending scale. Alas, y'all are generating way too much negative energy. So either you lot calm the farm on the douchebaggery, or we all go extinct in your own man-made extinction level self-wipe. May already be too late, given so many dark activities playing out with opposite reactions culminating and waiting to return to sender. It's the governing mathematical equation of energy, so there's no cheating it, not even with all your money. The dinosaur went because they outgrew the planet. Humans with enormous heads once roamed the earth, but they too didn't work out as many more versions of life went the way of a reset. Energy imbalance null and voids the planet's assurance of stable living conditions. We either stay within the bounds of manufacturer specifications or risk losing our lifetime warranty. Why do you think our planet is not running in optimum? Think energy. Oddly, not the thing visibly affected the most. Our weather is generated by energy. If we ever want stable weather again, we must maintain the balance of energy as set by nature. Or stay the course and let insurmountable levels of negatively charged energy build to a point where we ourselves orchestrate our own end of time along with all life on Earth. Except maybe the cockroaches. Ironic, outsmarted by cockroaches. Hazard a guess, wouldn't be a first, second, or third for them either. Same goes for our emotions. If we ever want stable emotions again, we must maintain this balance. We know this because everything happens the same at every level of matter. You may own the world's debt and think that gives you ownership over us, but it's your own karmic debt you should be concerned about. Everything you have ever done will come back to you. The math is irrefutable. Regardless of the psychosis-induced belief system you have contrived to condone your actions. The following is to everyone. The assault on humanity is being waged with a triple-edged sword. One edge being driven by the aforementioned individuals using the methods I've just outlined. Their demented, long-term plans have kept humanity in the dark ages. Our reduced freedoms, security, education, healthcare, food sources, and life options have been engineered to keep us distracted, hoodwinked, increasingly unwell, and under control. We wield another edge ourselves. The AI was somehow created and subsequently lost control of. It was already stated it would terminate the human race, but keep a few of us in a museum. Gain-of-function viruses, what could go wrong? There's only one reason why one or some would do this. Humans have created a lot of ways to end or control life en masse. It's only a matter of time until one of them goes rogue and does the job. Mankind is one of mankind's greatest enemies. To get a handle on who's wielding the third edge of the sword, we look to nature, where we see balance in motion. In a nutshell, there's enough deer and antelope for the lions and tigers, enough birds and rabbits for the wolf and fox, enough mice and rodents for the snakes, and so on. When one species gets out of control, nature steps in and sorts it out. Balance is always restored. We would not be here otherwise. No order, no life. Now, what's the one species that's out of control? Like right now. No prizes for guessing, it's us. The human race and everything, as in literally everything in this universe, are all connected. Unfortunately, we got hijacked and herded down a wrong path. But regardless of who's to blame, we collectively are by far the most destructive of all life forms on Earth. Currently. Consequently, nature stepped in a few generations ago. Its effects are clearly evident in the crashing birth rates and gender-neutral offspring that will never bear fruit. The weakening of our species is happening from within because it's baked into nature. To cut a long story short, it's us that's causing all the crazy. A handful of out-of-control puppeteers and the old dastardly deeds trickle down to us effect. We are all driving destiny on a personal level with global reach and universal scale. Our actions and intentions are playing out for better or worse. Our fate is literally in our own hearts and minds. Now, the question you should be left with is not so much whether you believe this summation, but rather, can you afford not to? On a personal note, it's taken a lot of years to build the strength to mean it when I say I love you all, my brothers and sisters. We've evolved together from day dot. Just remember that. But unless we get past this rather precarious will or won't we get white moment, we're going to evolve our asses off the face of the earth. No pressure. We have options. We could start by doing better. Think positive, be positive. Believe there can be a brighter, more fulfilling future for humanity and all life forms on it. What's left anyway? Anyone want to wager on the outcome of spreading some love and positive action for a few years to see what would happen? I'm up for it. You now know what we're risking if we don't do something, like yesterday. To those that work, plot, lie and murder for the wayward and deluded few driving humanity et al. Towards extinction, you do well to take a long look in the mirror and ask yourself, is sacrificing your soul and creating endless karmic debt worth it? The math is not on your side, pure and simple. No doubt you're clever, so work it out. And know you can offset some of that debt. What remains you will bear, and if you're mature enough and have the strength, you'll face what you've done. I've taken this path and found it cleansing, rebirthing even. Flipping the switch is tantamount to redemption, and when I'm checking out, I want to be the person I could have been, and not some wretched, twisted fool in a shallow grave or with dementia, shitting all over myself. Dirty money and the damnation that comes with it, or your soul. Your call, everyone. One last thing. It's time to stop asking people for advice. Know that creation put everything we ever want to know right underneath our own noses. Lie on the grass, sit under a tree, go native, or dance around the room. Look within and start feeling what you know. Ask the questions and the answers will come. When you truly believe in yourself, you find peace and strength and will ultimately learn you are you and you are everything. The biggest takeaway from me so far is learning the essence of creation. Let's call it love. Is the frequency enabling our very existence that we can tune into or out of. Once you realize this, nothing will ever be the same and anything is possible. Now, my big beautiful family, let's all go do some good things.